Sihanoukville is a city with many faces, and today I want to show you two of its most surprising ones. A chaotic market where all of Cambodia seems to collide, and a quiet hilltop temple that watches all over the sea. This is the real Sihanoukville most people never see. Today I'm starting the day right at the real center of Sihanoukville. Not the beach, not the casinos, no, it is Psar Leu market. Psar Leu has been around since the 1980s. Back then it was just a dusty open space where fishermen sought the catch. Today it is a maze, full of chaos and life. So just have a look inside. So its architecture is basically like a cross-shaped, you know. You got 4 entrances or exits, if you will. Quite a bit dark for sunglasses. Yeah, here you can buy literally anything. Bags, school bags, suitcases, clothes, toys. Clothes for adults. Shoes. Not to forget snacks. Snacks and fruits. And of course the one or other bagel here. Even currencies you can exchange here, as you can see. Like Thai baht, Vietnamese money, Cambodian money, even Chinese money. So these are the most common currencies here in Cambodia, especially in Sihanoukville, I would say. Right, this is right the middle of it. It's Christmas, but Christmas is not really celebrated here, so I think it doesn't have any influence on how many people are here. Oh, these fruits. Oh, I've never seen some big mangosteens. Very big, very huge. But with mangosteens, I'm always a little bit doubtful when buying them, because you never know what's inside. If they're already rotten, it's always a little bit of a surprise when buying mangosteens, right? Yeah, I always see you have these small alleys leading up to other shops that are quite a bit more hidden here. Right. Like nail studios, barber shops, I would say. This is more a female area of the place. People looking astonished because they probably have never ever somebody with a camera seen here, as it's not at all a tourist place. So I'm feeling quite trapped, quite lost here. I hope I find out and not end up in the underwear department for females. No. So here I'm getting out. Right. Yeah, the whole area is quite huge. Just let's explore a little bit further. So here it's getting out. Here we're already out again. Places like these are highly interesting, if you ask me, because they tell you everything about the people that live here. How people eat, how people talk, even how people negotiate, you know, in these places. And of course, the thing with the gold, you know, as you can see, people here usually don't have insurances, no healthcare insurance or whatsoever. No, they invest the money in gold. So they stack up an increasing amount of gold every time they have some leftover money. They save some money. So they invest in gold. They buy more and more gold until they have an amount, you know. And sometimes this money is being used for a purchase, like buying a car, or in other cases, this money has to be used to cover like hospital bills or other expenses like this. So this is very common here in Southeast Asia, you know, and that's why you can see these gold stores, gold shops all over the place, especially in bigger markets like Psar Leu. I'm actually looking for the food department, the seafood department to be precise. Some crabs, some shrimps. I remember that usually around this time of the year that they have these Wuhan crabs, these Chinese delicacy. It's very famous in China and they're quite a bit pricey. But I haven't seen them today. Not yet. Actually no seafood at all. Let me look just a bit further. Just let me look. Clothes, next to fruits, drinks, even flowers. Everything is here. I think here we go. It starts to smell a bit fishy. And this is a true indicator that things get a bit fishy here. Right. Sweetwater crab. From here. Right. Everything looks nice and fresh, you know. And here we are. This is the Chinese delicacy, you know. Very famous with Chinese people. These they're quite expensive. Bong, any $8 $8. Okay, only for one it is like $5 for one crab. But they have them all over the place, yeah. Right. Definitely an interesting place here. And one thing I also remember is that over there, so you can buy your seafood here. You can buy seafood here, your crabs or your shrimps, whatsoever. And there is a kitchen. I think it's over here or over there. And they cook it for you. You know, they make a crab curry or what else you want. You know, you don't even have to cook it on your own. You know. They process the food here for you. Let me show if I find it. Is it more quiet than before? Yeah, more. Because Christmas or why? Quiet. As you said, it's more quiet than usually. Who knows? Maybe KFC has become a thing like in Japan, that people stay at home and munch on KFC. And here in Cambodia as well. I don't think so. I don't think so. As a painter, I find places like these particularly interesting. The colors, the vibe, the people, the energy. just everything screams like, whoa, I'm something, I'm a reference, do something with me, you know. So just let's see how this is going to be contrasted with the place we're going next, shall we? People often think Sihanoukville is only casinos and crime stories, but this is the city. This is where families shop, where kids run through the aisles, where life feels warm and human. A quick ride uphill takes you to a completely different world. As soon as you leave Psar Leu behind, the noise fades. The air gets cleaner, and Sihanoukville starts to feel like a small, quiet coastal town again. Ui,ประมาณบ้าง 10,000 real. Okay. Here we go. Huh? Later. So long. I don't know. I take my time, like 30 minutes or something. Eh? Okay. It's not far away. I can walk later then. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. And it's a very calm, a big contrast to the busy and noisy market down there. And from here, it's located on a hill, surrounded by forest. From here you have a very nice view all over Sihanoukville, you know, right at the coastline. It's very nice. So let's have a look how this place looks like. What really amazes me is how quiet it is here. You just hear the sweeping sounds of the cleaners. Some people are talking. You're right here in the center. You know, these small buildings are the huts where the monks usually live. Just above here, you can't almost imagine that there's such a busy city down the hill. Almost unimaginable. Right. I think it's closed for today. It's late afternoon. It's a little bit surrounded by barbed wire. Can you see the barbed wire here? I don't know where that is, but I can imagine it's because of the monkeys that probably like to steal fruits or food or anything. Right. But there's still some monkeys inside here. Looks like a family, if you ask me. Right. Nice to stay. So the entrance is guarded by police. So maybe the barbed wire and the security guards are a sign that there has been some incidents of robbery whatsoever. I don't know. I will definitely look this up. Might be possible. I mean, there's a huge city down the hill with poverty all over the place, so it's quite imaginable. Wat Leu is part of a group of 5 ancient hilltop temples that once protected the city spiritually. Long before tourism, long before the boom, people came here to pray for safety, prosperity and calm seas. When I travel, I try to look for places like this. Places that remind you that a city is never just one story. And as a painter, the colors here, the light, the composition, it's impossible not to be inspired. Sihanoukville is misunderstood. Yes, it has problems. Yes, parts of it look rough. But there is so much more here. Warmth, culture, spirituality. And some of the kindest people I've ever met on this trip. If you take the time to look past the headlines and walk a little further, you find a city full of contrast. And sometimes the most authentic places are hiding right next to the ones everybody talks about. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this deeper look into Cambodia, feel free to subscribe. More travel, photography and art are on the way.